Alright, so we are going to show you how to clean conch. To catch them is very difficult. You have to go pick them up off the floor, which is, be careful because they run really fast. Just kidding, they're very slow. First off, you want to get ones that are big enough, and this one is big enough. They have a flare here. The other ones, basically the shell will stop about right here and it'll just hook around. This flare means that it's basically big enough. And what you want to do, you can have a hammer or you can use another conch. And you want to, basically there's the first ring of horns and then there's the second ring. Right in front of that second ring, if you set the conch down, is where you want to hammer. Alright, and once you do that, you'll open up a little hole and then we'll get on to the next step. But you basically want to, it gets a little messy and nasty, so that was step number. Cracked open. I'm going to get it a little extra so I'll be able to show you guys what you need to do next. Alright, so from here, you need a knife. Doesn't need to be sharp or anything. I use my dive knife. In here, there is a little white suction cup that suctions to the shell. If you move the conch part, there it is, right there. You have to stick the knife under that and just pull it up, twist it and work it and just get that thing to unsuction just like that. Alright, so just kind of work your knife in there, get it to unsuction. Then sometimes the conch goes back in, so you might need a knife to get a hold of the little claw. You kind of just work it to get it out of there to where you can grab it. Well, I don't even need to grab it. And it literally pulls right out of. And the next part is a little tougher because we have to clean this up and I'll get to that in a second. Now the easy part is over and the hard part begins. So this is what you're left up with. These are the eyes and this is the body. This is the claw that they drag themselves on the bottom with. And this stuff is the guts. So you want to basically cut that stuff off. You know, you end up actually not with a whole lot of meat after cleaning one of these things, but it's a good idea to start off with getting all the guts off. Recycle them, and this is what you're left with. And how you start is you want a dull knife. I got my dive knife, so it's serrated and dull. And you want to cut first off. You want to slap the meat and let it harden up because it makes things a lot easier whenever you clean the conch when you skin it. So you basically get right under this little claw, cut it, cut that off, and then you'll basically. See if I can find the right way to hold this. Alright. You're going to make a little incision right here. And then you're going to get under the skin a little bit. Just like that. And the way you grip this conch skin is you press it against the knife with your thumb, which is if you have a sharp knife and you do this, it'll just slice right through the skin, which is what you do not want to happen. So you get it, and you pull, you basically work your way around the entire conch. You see how the skin just comes off like that. Just work your way. Oh, almost did it in one shot. You can go ahead and cut through here, and then boom, it's basically done. All you have to do is get inside there, kind of clean that out a little bit, rinse it in some salt water, and then you're good to go. And one thing you have to do, we don't need to show it because it's pretty obvious, you have to pound this super hard. I use my dive weights, but you can use a hammer or a tenderizer, but you want to pound this almost until it's mash, and then bread it, and then fry it. We'll get to that later, but that's how you basically clean a conch. All right, we're back at the dock, and now that we have our fresh little fillets, you grabbed a weight, put it down, and you basically pound it out until it gets nice and soft. Basically the trick, I'll save you the spare you. You want it to be almost shredded just on the point of where you mash it in, it breaks just before that, so that this hard piece will turn into like a nice little soft fillet, just like that. Alright, so we got all the conch cleaned, everything taken care of, and now this is the end product. Dice them into about little 3" by 1" pieces. And then what you do is you get club soda and rice flour. You have brown rice flour, and you mix it up, and you want the consistency to be about that. And the only thing you do is you basically dip these in the rice flour, make sure it's fully coated, with oil in a pan, and then you just set it in. Go about 2 minutes on one side, and then flip it, and then go about 2 minutes, and then they're done. That's simple. Alright, so we finished the conch. Unfortunately, I forgot to video it because it was so good and we just kept eating it and it was just fantastic. So, but I hope you guys took something from this. Like I said, I have not really seen any catching cooks with conch out there, and they're probably one of the tougher sea creatures to clean, in my opinion. But in the end, it is super worth it. The conch was fantastic, super crunchy with that rice batter, and it was just delicious and very different to try. So if you ever get a chance to try it, go ahead and give it a shot. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I hope to see you guys next time. See you later.